Hello beautiful humans! My name's Lila, welcome back to my channel where we talk about all natural mama stuff. So today I thought I would share with you my positive home birthing experience because I still think about it to this day, like I absolutely loved it. And you yourself might be planning a home birth, or you might be undecided whether you want to have a home birth or not, or you might be a little bit nervous. So I wanted to make this video because I thought it would help a few people out there, hopefully. All we ever hear about births is usually negative stories. The way births are portrayed on films is just cray-cray, and it does put a negative perception in your brain already before you've even experienced it yourself. So we enter into birth with this fear that has come from other people. When I was pregnant and preparing for my birth, I just flooded my brain with YouTube videos of positive birthing experiences. Like, that's all I watched, and I just refused to watch any negative. And what I think that done was it really like just give me a perception of it was something amazing to be excited for, to not be scared, to trust my body. And yeah, I ended up really enjoying it and having a really positive birth. So I just think if you have had a positive birth, I think we owe it to each other to share it to other mamas it really could help somebody ease their mind and become mentally prepared. So from the beginning, I hadn't actually decided 100% that I wanted a home birth. It was something that happened really gradually during the pregnancy, and I ummed and ahed, and I was like, my gut tells me that I really do want one. I could imagine it happening, but everybody was in my ear saying, you know, what if this happens? What if this happens? You'll be safer in a hospital. Yeah, which I understand. That is very true if you were having a problematic pregnancy. And like, we all know how complicated some pregnancies can be. Thankfully, I'm very grateful. I had a really smooth pregnancy. Everything was fine with baby. I was really healthy. It was going to be a pretty straightforward birth plan. I went and visited a birthing centre, and I really did like the look of it. Every time I was in like the bath trying to like visualise and really try and imagine the birth, all I could see was myself at home, like relaxed and in my own environment. I felt more calm, more comfortable, and I know everybody's different, and a lot of people would feel more calm and more safe in a hospital environment. For me, that just wasn't the case. If obviously I had problems during my pregnancy, I would have definitely had a hospital birth. Like, it's whatever is best for your baby at the end of the day. After deciding that I wanted a home birth, all of the NHS midwives were really supportive of it. They actually were quite pro home birth. I was shocked. I thought they would maybe fight me on it, but they were all very pro. They were like, yes, it's brilliant. They said from their experience that they found home birthing mothers to be a lot calmer because they are in their own environment. Obviously, don't forget, you can change your mind at the last minute. If I'd have went into labour and actually freaked out, I could have still went to a hospital. It wouldn't have been a problem. So I had a hospital bag packed just in case anyway. They do advise you that with a home birth. You actually get an additional scan at the very end after your 20-week scan. I can't remember, I think it was like 30-something week, just to make sure that baby is still completely safe to be having a home birth. The NHS provides 2 midwives, one there for you and one there for the baby, just in case of any problems, and they come with a car full of the majority of the stuff you would have at a hospital birth. That's what they informed me. And all I had to do was just get a few things prepared. My bedroom is not the same as a hospital room, so I just got together quite a lot of old sheets, and we just had to make sure that the house was nice and clean. Nice and clean for a home birth. And with a home birth, the midwives actually clean up and take away, so actually you're not really left with any mess. I think that's a perception a lot of people have, like, oh, it'll be so messy, there'll be like blood everywhere. But they even like take the placenta away. Gone. I think something to bear in mind is the majority of your labour, let's say, before you actually get to the pushing, quite a lengthy time. There's not much that the nurses can do at that stage. I think being in your own comfortable environment, it really does help to keep you calm. And I think it's all about staying calm. If you can keep calm, you're not going to lose control. And then when you get to the later stages, a lot of people would maybe question, well, what about pain relief? That's why I want to be in a hospital. Yes, you are going to have to go pretty pain-free at home, but that is, again, that's a personal choice. A lot of people like me, I really did want to do it without pain relief, and I get everybody's different, that's fine. But they do provide gas and air, and they can deliver the gas tanks? Yeah, like the canisters, they deliver them prior. I didn't actually have them in the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you my experience during labour and how it felt to be at home. I went 2 days overdue. I woke up in the morning at about 5 AM with kind of like period pains, I suppose, and I'd had them before. They kept on waking me up in the morning, so I just thought they were them again, and what I would normally do is just get up and have a cup of tea and they'd go away. Not that the cup of tea was curing it. It was more just like to relax me. So I got up at 5 AM and I thought it was just that, but it was a regular pain, like waves, and I was like, huh, it hasn't been like that before. I think this is it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to wake Lyndon up yet, because you know, you want to get excited but you don't. Just in case it's not, especially when you weren't overdue and you've been waiting, like, come on baby, where are you? Anyway, because they were regular, I woke Lyndon up and they were 4 minutes apart. I was like, I thought they were meant to be like 20 minutes apart to begin with, and then 10 minutes and get gradually shorter. So I don't know whether I slept through it or they just dived straight in at 4 minutes apart. I rang my mum and my nana because they were going to be driving down from Carlisle, which is like 350 mile away, something like that. So it would have taken them about between 5 to 7 hours depending on traffic. So I was like, God, I better like ring them now. Me and Lyndon were obviously just chilling downstairs. I say chilling, like I was having contractions, but to be honest, they just felt like period pains, like coming and going and coming and going. The feeling that I had was like Christmas morning. You know, that really like bubbling excitement. Even like as an adult, you still feel like excited on Christmas, don't you? And like, because you're excited to see everybody, and it kind of felt like that. We were excited to meet our baby and excited for my family coming down as well. We're just pottering about. Lyndon was like cleaning the bathroom for me. I was like getting ready, putting a comfy top on that I knew I wanted to wear, and I made sure that I ate something because I know it's really important to keep your energy up. I was walking around the dining table and we were seeing how far, it was like a game. I was seeing how far around I could get the table. I was seeing how far I could get round the table before I needed to sit down on a chair, a bit like musical chairs, but with labour. It ended up that I couldn't actually walk around the table anymore. And so when it got to that point, Lyndon was like, I think I better ring the midwife now. So he rang a midwife to come and just check what was going on, and she came and assessed me, and I was only 4 centimetres. I think this was at like midday. Yeah, midday. So when you get to 4 centimetres, they class that as, okay, you're in full labour now. So she said, why don't you just like have some paracetamol and have a nice hot bath? So we did. And I got in the bath and we put the music on that I'd planned. It was like this belly dancing, like goddessy kind of music, like I can do this, I'm a strong woman. And I did. I felt like really strong. I was like, I got this, like bring it on. That's how I felt. And I had this music on and some really nice incense. I was using clary sage, which is a really powerful essential oil when you're in labour to help keep it going, keep it strong, because you don't want your contractions to die off. I sat cross-legged in the bath, taking deep breaths, really working through the contractions. By 2 o'clock, my mum and my nana arrived and they came in, and it was so nice to see them. And it was almost like I'd waited subconsciously until they were there, because as soon as they got there, things started like kicking off. They started getting intense, really intense. And strangely in my head, I wanted to labour right to the end in the bath, but something was telling me just to get out the bath. I have no idea how I got upstairs. I like have no memory of it. I think Lyndon really helped me up the stairs. So I got on the bed, I tried a position on my side. I'd heard that that was a really good position. It was really not comfortable for me. So I just flipped on my back, and I could feel the contractions were now like on top of each other. So they called the midwife to let them know there's no gap in between the contractions. You should probably get down here, we think the baby's gonna come. And my nana was amazing. She was like in my ear saying all this really like calming stuff, like let the pain wash over you. Now feel yourself sinking into the bed. She was crazy, and whatever she did, it really worked. I felt that baby move down, and then I whispered to Lyndon. It was so funny. I was like, Lyndon, I think I'm gonna poo. I was like, have I pooed? Have I pooed? And then I think everybody heard me in the room, and they were like, right, where's the baby bag? Where's all the stuff? Where's the sheets? And so I told them where everything was, and they obviously knew that that meant the baby was coming, but I didn't know that that's what it meant. And so the midwife arrived just in time. She arrived and there was about 20 minutes and the baby was born. They told me to get on all fours as soon as I felt that urge to push, and as soon as I flipped over and I got on all fours with I was like leaning on a bunch of pillows on my bed, and she just came. Like, I felt like I wasn't doing anything. It was just, you know, where your body just takes over. The only way I can describe it, and this is absolutely gross, but you know when you're being sick and you have no control over that feet, like your body just does it, doesn't it? It just pushes it out. You're not actually having to try. It felt exactly like that, just the other end. So my body just did it. I wasn't really pushing hard. It just came out so naturally. That was the only time at the very, very end, that was the only time I just let out a big like roar. And yeah, she was born and it was amazing. I had my family around me and she was healthy, and she came out pink, and they held her up and they said, like, turn around, take your top off. So I turned around, took my top off, and then just handed her straight to me. And I think the first thing I said was, oh my god, she smells so clean. Everything was fine, she was healthy, 8'3". So I rested for a little bit, and then they said, did I want the injection for the placenta, which I'd already prior agreed to having because it helps it come out faster. And I said, oh, seeing as I've just done it all natural, do you mind if I just have a go? Like, see if I can do it? I guaranteed if I'd have had pain relief up until that point, I would not be as mentally with it. Like, I just felt completely like alert. I just felt another contraction come, and I pushed just the same as you were pushing the baby out, but it was not as difficult. And I managed to deliver the placenta myself as well. The midwife's like, catch it in a thing. And I even asked to look at it. That is so, I know that's so weird, but I was just really intrigued. Like, this, you've grown a whole organ. Everyone forgets about that. You've grown a whole organ that has basically grown your baby. So I was really interested to see it. And I was like, oh, like, what's this? What's this? And again, it just shows that when you don't have pain relief, you are so with it. And I know it's so hard. So yeah, that was that. And then I had this beautiful baby. So I think you have to go with your gut. Close your eyes and visualize your birth. If what you visualize is you being calm and zen at home, like say I was imagining my bath and I was imagining my bedroom because I love my bedroom. If you imagine those things while you're giving birth, then that's your gut instinct. Like, it's telling you you feel safer and calmer at home. Go with your gut. Listen to your midwives as well. If they're telling you it should be a hospital birth, listen to them. Your baby is #1 priority here. But know that it can be done, and know that births can be positive. It's what you fill your mind with. So after watching this video, go and watch a ton more. Go and watch loads of positive birthing experiences. Listen to other women talking about how amazing it can be. I hope everything goes the way you want it to go. Visualizing is really important. Having good people around you, really supportive people, that matters. Really think about your birthing partners, who you want there, what kind of energies do you want surrounding you, keeping you calm. Make conscious decisions. Pain-free might not be for everybody. If you know that you would completely lose control, fine. Look into it, just make sure you make really informed decisions. I'd love to hear your stories or links to your videos, sharing your home birthing experiences, and let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to do regarding home births. I will catch you in another video, guys. See you later.